When Minecraft 1.19, the Wild Update, was announced at Minecraft Live 2021, Agnes Larson, the creative lead of Minecraft, described the update as focusing on nature and scary challenges and adventures. Now that the update has been released, did the reveal at Minecraft Live live up to the hype?
The Wild Update sounds very, very intriguing. So what does it encompass?
So the word wild mainly means like two things for us. So the first thing is like beautiful nature. And the second thing is like really scary challenges and adventures.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
The deep, dark and ancient cities are seen by many as an extension of the Caves and Cliffs update, with many of the now released features first being revealed 2 updates prior. However, with the extended development time, the changes will progress further than originally planned, and has a unique lore around it that can be expanded on in future updates. The Warden also poses a unique challenge for players, increasing the difficulty for those who seek to explore the depths of their world.
With the Deep Dark, we want to make sure that there is some unique loot to it, and we, from the beginning, didn't want it to just be existing items that are going to just be stronger, like we're not going to just have a netherite sword that's a little stronger. We want to add new items that you can't find anywhere else, and they have unique mechanics to them. So something that you couldn't do in Minecraft before, but you can now once you go to the Deep Dark.
Does the Deep Dark and Ancient Cities complete one half of the Wild Update equation? I think so. The Warden behaviour and attack is rather unique, and Ancient Cities would be difficult to conquer for those not prepared. Ancient City loot is interesting, and the Swift Sneak enchantment can be used in both bridging and attack sneaking. The Disc Fragments, Music Disc 5, and Echo Shards may be slightly underwhelming, but for all we know these are the very items that could assist in expanding the lore of the Ancient Cities and secrets of the lost civilization.
So, the lowdown is, these cities, they come from an ancient civilization, but... Are you still recording?
Yeah, still recording.
And then the other part you said is really this, more of that beauty and, you know, the atmosphere of Minecraft.
The beauty side of the Wild Update is contentious, and justifiably so.
So we want to like celebrate the wilderness of Minecraft. And one thing we want to focus on is immersion. So when you play Minecraft, we really want you to feel that you're inside the Minecraft world. Actually, like we are now. So beautiful. And we also want to focus, or have focused, on biome diversity. So we want to find like a unique identity for different biomes. For example, the birch forest, as you can see in this beautiful concept art. So in the birch forest, we want it to be like light and peaceful, and the sun reaches the ground, the trees are taller, and the flowers, things like that.
It's really beautiful. It looks very Swedish in the birch forest.
That's true. That's actually a very Swedish forest. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. And then you have, so you want to add more atmosphere to the different biomes, but there's one biome that you want, I mean, I would say you're giving it quite an overhaul. It's getting a lot more in the Wild Update.
Yes, that's true. And that's the swamp. Oh, our art team is just so amazing. It's such a beautiful concept art. And as you can see here, the atmosphere is really different from the birch forest as well.
And you're adding another little tiny creature to this update.
Yes, the fireflies. So you can see them roaming around, adding a lot of ambience to the swamp, making it feel just nice and cozy at night. But really, my favorite part of them is just making the world come to life, like feeling like there's life going on all around you. And oh yeah, also their frog food. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Their frog food.
Poor fireflies.
If you have played the Minecraft Wild Update, you may be wondering where are these changes that were announced. The explanation for why these changes weren't progressed is lackluster at best.
At Minecraft Live, we did show some concept art with birch forest improvements. However, concept art is not a commitment, and this time around, birch forest improvement is not something that we have continued working with.
The announcement of the Wild Update was more than just an expansion on the birch forest. The narrative was heavily centered around a greater focus on the wilderness more generally, with player immersion, atmospheric changes, and biome diversity as key themes. This aspect of the update seems to have been overlooked. Whether this was because of time pressures, technical or creative challenges, or simply miscommunication is anyone's guess. What we did get in the update is a new mangrove swamp biome, which was mostly aligned to what was teased with the first Wild Update announcement. While this in itself isn't exactly the breadth of the wilderness changes many were expecting, the addition of a new biome, tree, wood variants, mud blocks, frogs, and tadpoles is highly appreciated for a game that is now over 11 years old.
So we're still looking into how fireflies are going to work. Clearly we want the frogs to interact with them in some way. We would like maybe the players to be able to interact with them too. The tricky part there is performance. We don't want to ruin the game's performance by having fireflies everywhere, but if they're only a particle, then they can't be interacted with. So we have to find a sort of middle ground to make it look really good, but also be interactable.
We all know by now that fireflies were not added to the world update. While I can appreciate the justification, I'm somewhat baffled that a fantasy game chooses to impose real-world constraints when evaluating the suitability of a feature addition.
Fireflies was originally part of the plan for the wild update. We wanted them to be a food source for the new frogs. But then we got great feedback from you guys in a lovely community, and you taught us that a lot of species of fireflies and firebugs that are out there are poisonous to toads and frogs. And of course we didn't want to add that into our game. So we provided the frogs with a safer food source, the tiny slimes. We still think that the fireflies are super interesting as an idea and a concept, and they're part of our ideas library. But we don't have any concrete plans for adding them in any upcoming update.
A simple name change of the mob could have been effective, or one of many other creative adaptations could have been used to change the characteristics of the mob. Catching a glowing mob in a glass bottle and using it as a light source will for now have to remain on the wish list. So where does this leave us? Did the wild update strike a decent balance between the beautiful nature and scary challenges and adventures? Were we misled on the breadth of the update when it was first announced? While the equation may be imbalanced, it is a terrific update and it keeps the game alive. A game leaving players with wanting more that continues to push out updates for the players is a recipe for ongoing success. The direction of the game continues to keep us guessing, and who knows how far the boundaries of this game will go.
This is quite an awesome update. And I mean, I really see the name for the Wild update. You get a bit of everything in it.
Yes, and I love the contrast. Yeah, as you can see in this pretty concept art, it's really like that beautiful nature and the super terrifying deep dark. And I love that contrast between these two things.
It's absolutely amazing.